you want to be sick with it? You want to be clutch and win your ones? You want to be the guy that everyone knows is going to 1v3 the entire team because you're so fucking nasty? So I've got some advice, and I know a lot of you already know what's coming. Hit your freaking shots, kid! Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Putting up a shield. What? Oh my god. Anyone else? Is there anyone else? Don't even think about it. Woo! Get that DMT out of my face. Out of here. Cool. Oh. Oh no. We are in trouble. Out of here. Explode. Ooh. Don't even think about it. Good night. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh my god. It's just too juice. Another one? There you are. Woo! We just love to see it. Thank you so much for showing yourself. All right. Let's get serious about this. First thing is first. We have to pick the weapon of choice. I'm going to be going over hand cannons as it's the easiest weapon to peek shoot with, as well as shoot while jumping. We're going to get into that later. You want a hand cannon that you feel comfortable using, and personally, I recommend 140 RPMs. You may be asking, why not 120s? And I'll just go ahead and link that down below if you want that explanation. So we have an RPM down. Now we need to pick a hand cannon. There are many amazing ones to use. We have the newest IS Luna, the famous Palindrome, Dire Promise, and a few others. Making the decision won't be as easy as having me tell you, but you're gonna have to go into your vault and see what guns you have, and most importantly, what roles you have. Roles on your primary play a giant role in how your PvP game plays out. You can afford to be slightly further back with a rangefinder or more aggressive with swashbuckler. Test out different roles before picking your main two guns that you can always switch to. I recommend one in the primary and one in the energy slot in case you want to switch up what you're using. I always say this, but as a quick note, guys, get that gun that you end up picking, head into your favorite planet, and just start killing a few enemies. Take time and get used to how the gun may kick and how the reticle might look when aiming down sights. It's very important to get used to the gun you're using and how it feels to shoot. Every single time I test out a new gun, I come to the EDZ and I shoot around for maybe about 20 minutes to really get a feel before heading into PvP. Next thing is we're gonna head into a private match with your friend and practice these next few things. Number 1, get behind cover and practice barely peeking out and shooting your opponent, then tucking back in. Do this a few times, and once you start feeling comfortable, have them start shooting back. I want you to master peek shooting, the art of coming out for a split second, shoot, and then tuck back in to not only have them miss their shots, but if you do end up getting injured, you now have cover to protect you. This will be massive if you can master this, as it has come clutch for me in many situations. After you feel good with peek shooting, now you can experiment with cover play. One of my favorite pieces of cover is just a box. You can peek from the left and peek from the right, and you can even jump over to get some sneaky and unexpected shots in before falling back behind cover. I like to think of 1v1s as mind games. You're trying to outskill and outsmart your opponents on where you're peeking out of and when. This will take time to get used to and put in emotion without thinking about it. So just, guys, please take your time with this. Don't stress about it. And while you're here, something that's really important is to realize how you enter any gunfight. Are you slowly walking around a corner? Are you running around a corner? Are you jumping? The best move you can do is to practice sliding around corners to effectively engage an opponent while moving low and fast. This usually catches people off guard, as most of the time, they're going to be aiming head high, anticipating that walk right around the corner. Practice running, holding crouch, and then looking very quickly in the direction that you want to start shooting at. I go over how to do this in more depth in a video I'll link down below. Try to never start an engagement, and forgive me for saying it this way, but do not bot walk around corners. It is easy pickings for a sniper or someone looking to turn you into a floating ghost shell. And a quick note between points is, please guys, look at your radar. Looking over the radar and learning how far or close, high or low guardians are can be a massive advantage. I am always looking over to it as much as possible. Okay, moving on. God, if only you understood how insane that sneeze was. Once you have mastered the private match training, you're gonna want to go ahead and head into Rumble. Why Rumble? Well, this is the easiest place to put the most pressure on you in a PvP situation. It allows you to 1v3 almost always, as there's always gonna be some guardian running at you with a shotgun, probably a Titan. Think of this area as your main training grounds. Here you will get used to having multiple attackers coming at all angles and more play styles than just the 3 you may see in trials or elim. You will learn to read your radar and play your cover better than before. You won't win every game, but you will improve. That's a guarantee. Now, keep in mind, there are other hand cannons that will have its pros and cons. Let's talk specifically about exotic hand cannons. My 2 favorite ones to use are going to be Ace of Spades and Thorn. Ace of Spades has an amazing feel, a great magazine size, and rocks the perk Memento Mori. And for those that may not be too familiar with it, once you get a kill and then you reload, you get a bullet-based kill clip. It's one of my favorites to use, but being an exotic, it does not do well when jumping or in the air. I would feel this out, but stick to legendary hand cannons, especially with Icarus Grip, to master the previous points that I spoke about earlier. Another one is Thorn. Amazing feel, tick damage that poisons your enemies, and once you pick up the orb left behind an unfortunate kill, you gain an increased damage and tick damage, allowing you to 2-tap your enemies. Thorn, also being an exotic, does not have an air accuracy, so much like Ace, I'd stick to mastering the legendaries before hopping into exotics just to get your skills up. On a final note, whether you're on Hunter, Warlock, or Titan, get used to their movement and use them to your advantage. For Warlock, if you're in my stream or watch a lot of my YouTube videos, you'll notice that I tend to float a lot and use some sneaky spots to get some shots that no one really expects. For Hunters, always being in the air and jumping has a massive benefit and allows you to gain angles that your enemy has no idea about. For Titans, using your shield to your advantage and peek shooting is monumental. Feel out and use the abilities you have to outsmart and outmaneuver your opponents. All right, guys, well, there it is. That is the tips that I have for you guys for getting better at hand cannon battles and just overall 1v1 battles in general, guys. So I hope this really helped you. I hope your PvP experiences start to improve, especially with Witch Queen coming up. I know we're going to have a lot of fun. So I love you guys. If you have any questions at all, please comment down below. I'll see you guys on the next one.